guys, my name is Megan and today I have my May TBR for you. Okay, so April I didn't do too bad. I got through 3 books and a comic book, 4 books last month, so I'm hoping again to get through another 4 books and keep my momentum going. So the first book that I'm planning to read in May is The Cursed Sea, which is this is the sequel to The Glass Bears. The Glass Bear was one of my favorite books that I read. I think it was 2017. I really loved it and I'm so looking forward to this. I'm ready to continue Will's journey. So this follows Will and Loom as they're kind of racing against time to save Loom's life and also to figure out where Will's curse comes from. So her curse, she touches people and she's feeling a strong emotion, then she will turn them into gemstones, which is really interesting. And in the last book she ran away from home. Well, her father forced her to run away. So it was kind of like a Hamlet, Lion King kind of situation going on. Now Will's older brother Baron is kind of taken over as king. He's going to war with Loom's father and there's just all sorts of war going on, and Loom's father is trying to ensure that neither of his children can take the throne from him, which is really interesting. So Will and Loom kind of have to come to peace and there's nothing going right in this book and I cannot wait to get into it. It's gonna be so good. This is like one of the most anticipated books that I have in my TBR stack right now. So the second book I'm planning to read I'm really excited about because I got recommended this one from some people on Tumblr that I follow that are some of my favorite fanfic writers, and that would be Wolfsong. This is the first book in the Green Creek series. So this is an LGBTQ werewolf romance and it's gonna be awesome. So this follows Ox and he has been taught, you know, that he's not worth anything and people will never understand him. But at 16 he meets this boy on the road and this kid just keeps talking and he later finds out that this kid hadn't talked to anybody in 2 years. And they kind of fall in love and then there's a murder and this kid chases after that murderer and I'm thinking that kid is the werewolf. Then the boy comes back and you know, things start picking up from there. So I'm really excited to get into this because I've heard so many good things about this from people all over Tumblr and then in the Goodreads page. I just can't wait to get into this. It's gonna be so good and awesome LGBTQ werewolves. So the comic book that I'm planning to read this month is going to be Red Hood and the Outlaws Volume 3, A Death in the Family. So this is the Death in the Family tie-in for this. So the Death in the Family is this huge overarching story within the Batman universe. This is just like going to be one of the most epic comic books I've read and it looks like the artwork is pretty on par with the rest of the Red Hood series, although it is done by a different comic book artist, which but I'm really looking forward to this because it's going to give a lot of it ties in with the Teen Titans New 52, which would be really awesome because I'm also planning to read the Titans probably starting next month. And then the last book that I'm planning to read in May is going to be House of Hades. This is book 4 in the Heroes of Olympus series. So the last book left on a massive cliffhanger, which I'm a little mad about, but okay, so this picks up pretty much right after the other one left off on its cliffhanger, so I'm not going to spoil that in case you haven't read these books, but if you have, you already know what's going on because I'm a little late to the party. So Hazel kind of stands at this crossroad with the rest of the crew of the Argo 2. They're debating whether or not to go back to Camp Half-Blood or to continue on with their quest to the Doors of Death and find the House of Hades. And meanwhile, Annabeth and Percy are stuck in Tartarus and trying to figure out a way to get home. So I'm not going to spoil it too much for myself because I don't want to go in knowing too much because I have a tendency to spoil books for myself anyway, just because I like to read ahead and I know that's a horrible thing, but I do it anyway. So this one I'm super excited to get into and be closer to finishing out the Heroes of Olympus series, and I love this and I'm really hoping that Nico's in this a lot more than, you know, he had been previously. Anyway, that's what I'm planning to read in May. What are you guys planning to read? Let me know down below. If you guys like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You can also hit the notification button. And if you'd like to follow me on social media, check out the links down below. Alrighty, bye guys!